All right, we have Holger here. He's the co-CEO of Banxa, and we're just going to ask some questions. Let's pick your brain. So first one, Banxa builds the bridge for fiat to crypto. From your global view, what is the single biggest point of friction that still exists on this bridge that for the average person or business?
Yeah. So look, we really try to make it a much more seamless experience. And the single point of friction still is KYC, I would say. That's the biggest drop-off point. We need to create a Web2-like checkout experience if you want to get into digital assets, any form of digital assets. And we're trying to build that bridge as seamless as possible. But because the global licensing environment is still so fragmented, there are various approaches to KYC. And if we can overcome that, similar to what the banking system has established, I believe that is going to help with user experience and, as a consequence, mass adoption.
Okay, as an extension to that question, do you think we'll ever come to a unified regulation kind of landscape? Or because right now, especially if you look at Hong Kong market, if you look at Singapore, Japan, they're vastly different. Do you ever think that day will happen?
I don't think so, because if you look back at our banking system, the fiat system, it is still so fragmented. Not just between the countries, but you look at US, for example. Even in the States, it's very fragmented between those individual states. So it's going to be a long journey, but for the first time, we have here a technology that is global. And I think that is where we can break down many barriers. But to have one global framework, I think we're still far away from that.
Okay, fair enough. And next, we're seeing payment giants like PayPal and Stripe making big moves into crypto on-ramps. How does a specialized provider like Banxa compete and win against them in the long run?
So we've been in this for 10 years. We've done nothing else than crypto. We're a crypto-native team. We've always built on the blockchain. And we've created a brand for ourselves. While these giants have always worked in the fiat world, now they're seeing the potential and they're coming to the party with their vast resources. Banxa has just been acquired by OSL Group, and OSL has a very big mission, about building this global payment network, having local corridors for on and off ramping in those local currencies in a localized experience. And we've been doing this, OSL has been doing this, they've raised a lot of money, they've made a lot of acquisitions over the years, and we're very confident that we can compete on a global level just by plugging in all our licenses, all our payments together with OSLs and having this global network of payments. So I think we're very ready for this competition, and we do have advantages.
Thank you. And the last one, a huge amount of on-off ramp, especially in emerging markets, are happening through informal P2P networks. Is your real competition not PayPal, but these kind of unregulated gray zone P2P networks?
Not really, because if you look at it, OSL is a public company for a reason. The belief behind that, by the way, Banxa is also a public company. Our belief behind that is that regulation is only going to come in more and more, stronger and stronger. And it's really, really difficult to navigate through this. But the idea behind that is to make things more efficient, more user-friendly, more trusted. And that is eventually what people want. They want a very good user experience so they can use it every day, but they also want to trust it. And you can only achieve that through that network that we have today in fiat, through the banks, but we're doing it obviously in crypto much more efficient. So I don't see that as a competition or a trend. I think that is just what it is for now, but eventually it's our job to provide a better system for everyone.